Welcome everybody back to Network 6505's YouTube channel and my long overdue tutorial on rendering your videos that you have recorded with your Dazzle device using VH Multicam Studio and Fraps, which I'm actually using at the moment to record this tutorial. I got myself a new PC, which is a lot more powerful than the laptop that I had, and it's a lot more functional than my laptop was. Um, while I had mentioned before in my other video, which you can click an annotation, let's put it here, in this area here. Click the annotation and you'll be directed to my tutorial on how to actually record with VH Multicam Studio and Fraps, which I actually need to update because I have found a few other ways that will use less resources with your computer. And when that video is posted, this annotation over here will direct you to that video. So for the time being, use the method that I have shown you, and when I have time, hopefully in the next few days, I will record that new tutorial for you. Anyway, on to rendering your video with VH Multicam Studio and Fraps. After you have recorded your video, you're going to want to open Sony Vegas. I am using Pro 10. No, I'm not going to give you a link to a pirated version of it. I am using a legitimate version. I promise you, this is legitimate. Went out and bought it, and I've gotten my use out of it so far. If you can see the past few videos that I've put up, they were rendered using Sony Vegas Pro 10, and I absolutely love it. It's powerful enough, it's quick enough if you have a decent enough PC, that is, and it's got a lot of functionality to it. On the way to getting your videos, you're going to want to find your videos, which I'm going to open here, which will be usually in the C Fraps movies directory, and you're going to want to drag whatever videos that you recorded. As you can see, all these here are just me messing around in Fear 2, and with my new PC I can record at 60 frames per second as opposed to 30 frames per second because I have the power, I have the resources now, and it works out pretty well. But I'm going to just drag in a random clip here. This is a clip of just the little sequence in Fear 2 at the very beginning with the music box. And so you're going to want to drag this into your work area here, and from the project media, drag it down into the workspace. Now, if you click anywhere here, you'll get this little line here that's basically your position in the video. As you can see, the counter here, the time counter, goes up and down, and you can see here in the preview window the video actually playing in conjunction to that. Now, what you're going to want to do is, if you have this set up to anything else, you're going to want to disregard whatever you did and go up here to Project Video Properties, or you could alternatively hit Alt-Enter. It's easier for me to click. You're going to want to set your template to HD 720 30p. If you recorded your videos in 2997 or 30 frames per second, if you're in North America, or at 30 frames per second, I believe, if you are over in Europe or anywhere else around the world where they use PAL for whatever reason. But set your videos to 720p, and you're going to want to set your frame rate to 2997, your field order to progressive or none. Your pixel aspect ratio is going to want to stay at 1, which is square. No stereoscopic 3D. Even though I have it available to me, there's no point. I'm blind in one eye, so it doesn't work at all for me. Pixel format, you want to set it 32-bit floating. Composition gamma 1, which is the default. Your full resolution rendering quality, set it to best. Motion blur type Gaussian, which should also be the default. And your deinterlace mode might be set to none, but select blend fields. You want to start all new project with these settings. I can record, and actually this video here is recorded in 60 frames per second, so I'm going to actually set this for the time being at HD 720 at 60p, which will basically just double up the frame rate. And it's really not going to matter too much, because when we get to the rendering part of this video, it will be down to 2997 anyway. So click apply, click OK. Now you got these black bars here on the side. Click here inside of the video of your workspace and click properties. Go over here where maintain aspect ratio has a check mark here. Uncheck maintain aspect ratio. Smart sample, disable resample, I don't mess with those. My videos, as of late, you can go see the past few videos that I just did, and they were all just with these settings here. So click OK, and now you stretch the video out from 720 by 480 to 1280 by 720 in the full aspect ratio widescreen, which will give you 720p quality on YouTube. Now, as you may see in my previous two videos with me testing out the sharpness settings, sharpness is basically going to get rid of a lot of this fuzzy picture here. As you can see, it's pretty dull, it's bland, it's faded almost, and it doesn't look too appealing. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add a sharpness effect to it by right-clicking here inside the video and click Video Event Effects. You'll get this little pop-up window here, and you're going to want to click Sony Sharpen, click OK. Now, here in this window here, you have the amount of sharpness that you can add. Now, you might say, oh, okay, if it's dull, I will just set it up to full. Yeah, watch that. Doesn't look very appealing, does it? No, my recommendation for this kind of setting for sharpness would be to set it somewhere within 60%, which will accentuate the darkness. It will get rid of a lot of the fading. The lighting will look a lot better. Between 60, 70, as you can see here, you'll notice the sharpness advance a little bit, or maybe even 75. I did a test and had set and actually to 8, and it didn't look too pretty. At about 60 to 75% sharpness, you're going to probably get the best result for this. Just for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to set this at about 65%. There we go. So 65%, you should get relatively very, very good quality out of your video. And this will just look absolutely beautiful. I promise you, it should look very, very nice on your after it's rendered and uploaded to YouTube or whatever services that you're planning on using this on. Click the red X there, and basically you're done. That's basically it. That is all I have done in these past couple of videos where I was testing out my settings with both Dead Space and Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 probably doesn't look quite as good as it should have, but my Dead Space video looked really, really nice. You guys can go check those two videos out. I'll put annotations here and here. So in these two areas, click one of those, and top one will be the Dead Space, the bottom one will be the Battlefield 3 video. Now, after you've finished the sharpness and you have finished with the project properties, you're going to want to go up here to render as, or alternatively go to is it file? Yes, go up to file and click render as. If you're using Sony Vegas 11, I believe it is, or Ultimate, Sony Vegas Ultimate, whatever it is, there will be a button up here that just says make movie. Simpler. But up here in Sony Vegas 10, there's a button here next to the floppy disk that says render as. Click render as. Now, remember earlier I said that I was setting this to 60 frames per second? Well, it's not going to make really too much of a difference, because here in your render as settings, you're going to want to set this the save type to Windows Media Video 11, and your template is going to be 6 megabytes per second at 720 and 30 frames per second. Now, if you're pressed for hard drive space, whereas I am not, I've got a terabyte hard drive, it's not going to bother me too much. You can set this down to 4.8 megabytes per second. But generally, if you can risk the space, 6 megabytes per second at 30 frames is going to give you the best quality. It's going to give you the 1280 by 720 resolution with progressive. It's going to give you all the settings that you just set, and it's not going to mess with anything, honestly. Set your file name, music box, and click save, and you're good to go. You can set your custom settings if you have, if you're more advanced, this kind of thing. I haven't touched them. This is the template that I use. These are the settings that I use, and you can take them with a grain of salt if you'd like, honestly. But in my opinion, out of all the tutorials that I have found on YouTube and other places, just with myself messing around with these settings, I have found almost damn near best quality that you're going to find using the Dazzle DVC100 or other Dazzle devices in this way. There are so many other tutorials. If you don't like this tutorial, go find another one, and let me know what I could have done better in this tutorial to basically give you guys some more information. I'm going to be honing my skills some more, and will be trying to get some more videos out to you guys. Unfortunately, Dead Space Set 10 got tossed. It's gone. So Chapter 10 is going to be lost. It corrupted out on me when I tried to render it because my computer shut down on me, and it is gone. So I apologize for that, but Chapter 11 will be coming out. I will be using these settings most likely. And anyway, I'm rambling on here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. After this, you guys are going to be presented with a 1-minute clip of the beginning sequence, which I have already set up. It's all good to go. All I've got to do is set it in front or behind this video here and render it in Vegas and then upload it. It's all good to go. It's all set. It's a split comparison between the settings that I have just shown you, but on the right side, this is all the same video, by the way. On the right side is 25% increments within 15 seconds of the video. That 25% sharpness increase up to 75%. On the left hand side is 0%. It's the control. It is what it would look like without the sharpness, and you guys can be the judge of which one you would look. I should have probably used a better clip. Probably should have used this clip here actually to demonstrate the sharpness effects, because Fear 2 being a pretty dark game in most areas, especially the beginning, it's not really the best clip, but you guys will basically get the point. If you want to get some points of reference, look down at the ammo counter, and when the text scrolls across the bottom with the speech, look there. You will certainly notice the difference between sharpness, whereas the left side will be fuzzy, the right side won't be so much. Like I said, it will increase in 25% increments up to 75%. So I hope you guys have liked this video. Watch all the way to the end. Like, fade, subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful day.
Looks quiet, Tom. All right, we're heading inside. The only penthouse I ever seen had safe in the middle. Hey, Tom.